Your data analytics dashboard needs to be more than simply a collection of metrics. It actually needs to solve business problems. Let's take a look at this dashboard right here so you can see exactly what I mean. First, before we even get into the metrics, we need to talk about the color scheme. Now, even though these are the company logo colors, the colors are really off-putting and it's really hard to read. Rarely are you going to see colorful dashboards like this in the corporate setting, so you definitely want to avoid this practice. Second, all the metrics that we see being displayed here look like just a random collection of metrics and not part of a bigger story. At the top here, we see some aggregated metrics across all of the movies and TV shows on Netflix. However, this appears to be completely disconnected from these other metrics down here that appear to be about a specific movie. This is the sort of thing that creates a lot of confusion for stakeholders and end users when they're trying to figure out what the heck this dashboard is trying to say. This confusion continues further when we look at the aggregation at the country level, but we really don't know what this is explaining. Is this the number of movies that are available to watch if you live in that country? Is this the number of movies that were produced in that country? Is this the number of movies that were watched in that country? We just don't know. And then we have these top 10 lists. Is this the number of movies that were created in that genre? Is it based on the number of watches? Is it based on the number of ratings? Again, we just don't know. Basically, this dashboard's creating way more questions than answers being provided. Also, keep in mind that if I wasn't asking these questions, look how easy it would be for a stakeholder to just make their own assumption about what the data is and then use that information probably incorrectly. Now, this is just a few examples that I'm choosing to pick out of this dashboard to highlight my point about building a dashboard. Anytime that you build a dashboard, you have to know who your audience is and you have to clearly present information and make sure that information is useful and valuable to your stakeholder. It should be very clear to the stakeholder what they're looking at and what business problems this is going to help them solve. Otherwise, if you don't understand the business problems before you create the dashboard, you're likely just going to be surfacing a collection of metrics, and that's not going to help the business.